Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Capital. And I'm shopping at the Saturn store on Van Born and happened to notice the moon. Gas prices here, $2.32, cash or credit. Now I'm trying to find that moon again. It's just a sliver coming off the new moon. But what's kind of cool is you can see the star to the right there. It's probably a planet, but I'm not a astrological type person, so you'd have to check that. Google it. All right, in the month of March, there's going to be a March du Nain Rouge, and a week prior was St. Patty's Parade. Spring begins. This March du Nain Rouge is always the Sunday after the start of spring, the vernal equinox. And it is March Madness, too. And Michigan State was playing this afternoon. There's a D. I like the raw image of the D. And I'm going to actually wear a little bit. I won't be too much out of character, but I have a hat made up. And so I'll be a little bit in costume. Here's my rocket ship here. This event has blasted off. It's been like 4 years now. And it's quite successful. The quote-unquote only in Detroit.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, the parade start is somewhere, they say it's in flux, but around 1 p.m. A little bastard Nain Rouge is never on time, so you can leave yourself a little leeway there. Well, parking was at a premium. There's my evil twin, and he's waving hi to all 2.5 or 2 people, viewers out there in public access cable TV land. I like that industrial art spinning up there. That's on top of a school. But this is a nice playground. And they have a skate park going on down here. And I would have checked it out a little more closely, but the parade is, 1 p.m. It's supposed to be off and running. So I'll check back with those guys later in the afternoon, if they're still there. Hey, I got a new camcorder. Last week I had a camcorder that was giving me all sorts of troubles. And I had used it, probably for over a year and a half. So I got my money's worth out of it. But when it starts getting error codes and ejecting tapes, I know it's time to try another one. This building's for lease. Now the market in Cascordo has exploded even before the announcement. He doesn't want to be on camera. But they're on a Sunday, they're working on that property. But yeah, the market's exploded. There's a demand for housing. A lot of students at Wayne State and just yuppies that want to live downtown, near the downtown area. And this is kind of connecting the dots between downtown and midtown and then on to New Center. The M1 rail is actually connecting the dots. It's going to need to be extended. But, okay, starting to get some people that are going to watch the parade. So we have to go to the start line. Here, it's like a pumpkin kind of a thing, but this is a nice piece of artwork here. Good police presence. This year, instead of the parade running on Cass, it's going to run on 2nd Avenue right here. So we have a different perspective. Part of it is because of the work on the M1 rail, and Cass will be more of the main thoroughfare for traffic to run south and north, or on a diagonal a little there. Okay, well, we'll look at some of the buildings. I like the urban planning aspect also, and Cass Corridor certainly was a notorious neighborhood. And it's, red light district, prostitution, crime, drug use. It was Detroit's get naughty kind of a spot. certainly a lot of stories to be told, but times have changed. And so Mario's has been around for a little while. They're certainly an anchor in the neighborhood. But we'll take a look at some of the buildings along the way. So it'll be a little urban planning along with this C Nain Rouge. And some people actually support the guy. He's kind of charismatic, kind of like Kwame was. Here we got the nice styling Detroit police cars. And a lot of people were up for the view on top of their, I would imagine, living abode. And this certainly is a hot spot area. Here, it was kind of the starting point of the traffic jam in Snug. And we had nice spring weather like a week prior, and then all of a sudden it decided to get cold again. So it was like 38 to 40 degrees. There's the Caveman. We'll see him perform a little bit later. And a gorilla that smokes. Okay, Sheridan Court. This one's been around for a while, and I'd like to see and Jet's Pizza will deliver here. You have those nice alcoves or entrances that are set back like that. But certainly, okay, Francis Grunow is the host of the ceremonies. And so he's already talking here. We'll take a quick look at the Blackstone. This is one of my favorite buildings. But this area has just boomed as far as popularity now. And it's hard to find affordable properties. Well, I'm going to work my way through the crowd here. I'll take a short break. Watering holes nearby, and I think these guys are prepared for Ghost, if the name actually makes its appearance that way, but I think it'll be a little more visible. A couple of businesses here, certainly pretty new. And so Detroit will get developed block by block. There were some religious types at this event, too.
Boston Edison? Green Acres? East Side? It is so good to see you again on this brisk spring day. I am the spirit of Detroit's future, and this is my sister, the spirit of Detroit's past. Together, we adorn the great seal of the city of Detroit, looking forward and looking back.
Today marks the 1-year anniversary since we came face to face with the embodiment of all of our fears and all that holds us back.
Don't be afraid, though
Motown dances to our music. And you mean like when we gave the world a Corvette and a Mustang? We have created so much.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, or like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder.
Absolutely.
Aretha Franklin.
Yes, now you got it.
And Eminem. And Kid Rock.
Neater and more ornery than ever. Detroit, you're going down.
Listen to me, friends, together. Compass as we have before. We are a strong, proud city. You will not be defeated by the dastardly men.
You created the monster, Detroit. I'm ready to hold a mirror up to your failure. You thought when the DPD would impound my fire-breathing dragon last year that would end me? No matter what, I creep into your smallest doubt. I work my way back. You know you can't get rid of me. I'm the legendary Nain Rouge of Detroit. I'm the hobgoblin of horrendousness. Like the worst and most pernicious cockroach, I keep coming back. Ha 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 ha!
There he is, C Nain Rouge, in all his glory. He's made himself, he's got a big name in Detroit, actually. He's riding in the cockroach mobile. We'll see that throughout the show, but quite a contraption. I think the people that do theater bizarre are kind of behind all this, which is not surprising, but don't hold me to it. Quite a contraption here. Lots of wheels and gears and chains. It's like motorized stuff. It moves. How cool is that? Yeah, this is a historic district, but we don't have time for all that. Next week, I'll have a little more time to show some of the homes in that neighborhood.
I keep showing people South New Phrases. tell you about what I don't like about this town.
A lot of people sure like taking his picture, though. He was like a celebrity.
Faster than that. The incinerators are cool.
Are you enjoying the parade so far?
I CC'd the wrong email today. I'm betting against the Red Wings this year.
Although the Nain has struck a lot of Detroit neighborhoods and a lot of dismay and destruction and whatnot, this neighborhood's on the upswing, unfortunately, for Nain. So he hasn't had much success here. Maybe that's why he wants to take 2nd Avenue this year. But here's Stop Nain Shame. And there is actually a lot of people that have pride in Detroit, surprisingly enough. Yes, those are the people that will help to change things. This is a supermarket here. They should be open on today, but certainly colorful places. If buildings could talk. All right. Hot dog for $2, sausage $3. So there were some vendors. Now, there were some people watching the parade, but basically, this is a unique kind of parade where, like, everyone is invited to be a participant. So you do a march, but it's kind of like a parade. And here, look at this home. Look at all the little details and so forth here, and this is just charming. And then they're doing some work on it. You see the scaffolding here and so forth. And then I'll get a closer look when I'm on the other side of the street. And we'll probably see the new owners, or at least the builders. Here's the side that fronts second. And so they were working here on a Sunday. Boy, that's nice. And there's a whole bunch of other ones, too. There's always these little diamonds in the rough, so to speak. Now, this is kind of neat. I like this almost because Nain can take credit for the Fisher building. It's in foreclosure. It goes up for auction in June, so you can make a bid on it. So here, like, Nain is flexing his muscles in front of the Fisher building. And, wow, that's the largest art object in Detroit. It's just gorgeous. So we'll have to see what happens in the future. Maybe Dan Gilbert will make a bid for it. The Century building. Yeah, back then they marked them all up. But yeah, the police car is like the start of the parade. Then Nain and everyone else will follow behind, and I'll get a little bit of that action too. There's a bright, kind of yellow-orangish. I've never been at this place before, Selden Standard. And here, showmedetroittours.com. That's the website. But I'm going to step inside. I figure, wow, what a great opportunity to get my first peek inside. This has been a little success story, 3921 second. And so...
That's the double.
always cool. Now, they were busy on this particular day. They have a fire hearth, maybe pizza and bread and the like. But the parade was so exciting, I couldn't even stick around. I had to get back in the mix here. So that's what we'll do.
I know where to find you.
Calling the action. But yeah, it's nice that it went down second. You get a different perspective. Maybe they'll alternate from here on out. But certainly checking out a different neighborhood is a nice thing. So the sun was shining, which was a good thing. Here's Tilted Access. Be nice to Nain. So there is a sympathizer there. You can see he's got that overcoat and he's off on the side. Maybe he doesn't really want to be spotted. But there he was. Not everybody hates Nain. Like this house. If you said you'd be living next to a purple house or a house with purple accents, you might take note, but in this case, well, it'd be a great thing. Of course, he needs a few more neighbors. There's some infill housing that certainly could be done. This housing, though, the rental units, they have solar panels there. That is a great thing, and they have been up there for years. And I think they're doing all right. So that's a success story. People understand the concept of that energy type source. There's some affordable housing. We'll do a time check again here too. They're pretty accurate. Those are senior towers. There's been some housing in lower levels. They tore down a lot of towers. That's Midtown Place. But yeah, bit by bit, things are happening. There's a little bit of a drag show going on there. Their annual participants. So if that doesn't float your boat, maybe this parade's not for you. It is a theater bazaar, certainly. And if you flip the sign around, it pretty much says the same thing up, one way or the other. It's pretty wild. They're pretty clever people, to be sure. Oh, people had, it was it was a dog show, too. If the weather would have been a little warmer, maybe it'll get on par. It'll take a few years because the St. Patrick's Day parade is like, 37 years, I think? I'd have to check it again. But this is only the 4th year, I believe, here for this parade. So once it gets a few more under its belt, it might the attendance will start just increasing. Because it is a unique parade, and you can be part of it. You don't have to be invited to be in the parade. You just do it however you please. However you want to stroll down the street, that's up to you. Here, this place usually does a brisk business. They say a grocer farm market, but their specialty basically is liquor, beer, and fine wine, and lotto. But we're getting close to the Masonic, which is the end point here. What a beautiful structure. That almost went into foreclosure, and Jack White bailed them out on taxes. But that's certainly a Detroit jewel also. Here's a Detroit businessman, and I'd have to say he looks pretty sad. He's pretty forlorn there. This is Chinatown. It was like a one-block thing, and it would be kind of neat if there was a 24-hour Chinese restaurant. A lot of people like to party in the city, and then to get Chinese food late at night, that would be the ticket. She's got her moves going there. She's got the walk. Hotel Eddystone, it's one of my favorite hotels. I like the Fort Wayne also. We'll take another closer look at that. Here, the White Grove restaurant open. They used to be 24 hours, but they curtailed, and then they're actually closed. I tried to open and locked up. They might have gotten bought out. 31 second. Yeah, he was posing for pictures there in front of the police car. Maybe he just got a ticket or something like that, and that's bumming him out. Now, there's 3 buildings here, side by side, right behind the Masonic. And they've been fenced up for years, and it's like, oh, these would be great. But with the new hockey arena just a stone's throw away, the money will be there to develop it. This sign's been up for a long time here. But there's 3 buildings, the Manhattan. Each one has different accents. Imagine what that would look like. A little polish, little painting. The Cromwell is right next to it. Oh, no. There was one in between. This one's for sale, but it's got issues structurally and so forth. It was a low rent place. Who knows if it'll have to be torn down. But here, some more music. talking. They're going to have a press conference up here. And it says up there, 2 Detroits. We'll get a closer look at it later. I'm trying to get a better vantage point. But they had to get everybody squared up and so forth.
Children in the audience now. Now let's hear from the people between the ages of this together, and we are together, and everyone, look how happy you all are. It's so quiet.
I don't think that was Lenane, but maybe his brother or something. But he was posing. What a fabulous building here in Masonic, and there's so much detail. And then I've never taken a tour of the place, but there's like 650 rooms, and the rooms I have seen are just phenomenal. Okay, 2 Detroits are not enough. Yeah, they want to. Lenane wants to divide Detroit, and if we scare them out of town, maybe people will unite in Detroit and get things done. We'll see.
Gathering of Detroit right here. Let me hear you, Detroit!
Everyone, move over to your right, my left. And go over to hi. We're not getting you there. Work done?
I feel like I need to hear more of the music.
Although it was cold, having the bright sunlight was certainly a bonus. This guy, he had Howdy Doody with him. Yeah, they're announcing some of the organizers of the event here, and maybe Francis Grunow might be making a run in the future for mayor. It certainly seems like he's got the aptitude. We'll see. We have a good mayor, Mike Dugan, that's doing a knock-up job in, a year and a half? But down the way, next generation leader. We'll see.
Jason Mercer! Third Mercy Man! To the
There should be people in the trees every day of the week. But Cass Park certainly is an underutilized park, but certainly in a close proximity to downtown and where the new hockey arena will be, and bordered by fantastic buildings, including this new gem, the Cass Technical High School. But and then we have our see-through train station off in the distance. But some people were making use of the playground furniture or art objects. Here, the eye in the sky, there always is somebody watching, and I'll be damned, even there. So I was on my toes. These people were trying to get in the building, and I would have followed them if they had gotten in, just to show you this is a fantastic building, and you don't hear too much about it. It's called The Block at Cass Park. I think it was the headquarters of Kresge back in the day. It's probably been renamed. But then here another building on the northern side. And this, back then, they had longer names. The Standard Accident Insurance Company. But that's a stout little building. I had a little time to kill before they got everyone in position here for the press conference. We'll have Stephen Henderson, who you see there, and Nolan Finlay, who is kind of like a friend of Lanaine, but you'll see here where Nolan Finlay kind of throws Lanaine under the bus. You'll watch this. A lot of people brought their pets. There's like a greyhound, and dogs wanted to mix it up a little bit. Here we go.
So excited. Yes, we do. Oh my God. Like every kind of
Wait, hold on now. You got me?
Awesome. On the brink of our
I wouldn't know about this had not been for you.
Oh my God, this is
not enough.
pictures. Well, we'll see your guys's. All right.
Nate, what are you talking about?
Yay!
I'm trying to avoid two Detroits tearing us all apart.
What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You mean you weren't advocating for the city?
On the shelf.
Yeah, on the shelf.
I don't get it.
Last
I read all your articles.
I'm so glad to meet you.
Me too. Very, very
This
much.
year, I don't want the city to fall apart. That would be a disaster.
I can't say I picked up on that. Come on, guys. We're the band of ball brothers here.
No. I think I think we got a chance to avoid this if we're smart. We're trying to avoid being destroyed.
I gotta say, I don't know what the real goal is. A lot of people want to be seen with it. But on this, he's right. He wants the city to succeed as much as the rest of us.
Yeah, you'll get a more empathetic view with Stephen Henderson. Nolan Finlay has his points every now and then, but yeah, they had some fun with it, which was nice.
Detroit back. The Red Prince of Persecution. Cadillac's Folly. The Annihilator of Hope. The Architect of Detroit Despair. And the author of Your Intent. Doing the tearing city apart from the inside. It's these people that are going to make it happen. You'll see. These are the ones that will fuel the fire. I will let this sit.
I don't know, Nate. They may be freaks, but there's a lot of positivity here.
That's right. In fact, we can prove that you are failing. You're causing more positivity than you even know. There are people here who are ready to move the city forward.
There's no way you can prove that. There's no way. You can't prove that.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you call David up here? He wrote a story about the march in 20...
Who would want to date anyone in this crowd? Only you kind of fool would date these weirdos. Who cares about love amongst cosplayers? What? Are you serious? What are you doing? Come on, you two. This is ridiculous. You know you don't know this guy. No! This is wrong!
Oh, love is in the air. Oh, my Lord.
Congratulations. Let's hear it for Dave and Ursula. Congratulations.
And Lanaine could do nothing to stop it. Wow. He has no power in this city.
What's a buddy?
What's going to happen? It happened. Thank you so much for coming. You're so amazing. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. The Masonic Temple is open. We have checks for kids and floats. It's on that side. You go in and you check. You can go that way if you have kids. Everybody else can go this way. Everybody else can go that way. The check is on that side. The fountain ballroom is down the ramp on either side. Go.
Your hand in hand beneath the tree.
Okay, I wanted to get up on the steps and get a view of the crowd. And a lot of people certainly were picture taking. God, everybody with their smartphones nowadays. So, which is good though. So nobody stands out in a crowd. Everybody's doing their thing, capturing the action, and a great, colorful crowd. Certainly the younger generation, but it had its mix too. A lot of people understand the spirit of the event and so forth. It's kind of a fun thing, or you at least try to make it as such. You take it all in stride, and it's supposed to be like a positive, an uplifting kind of a thing. And that's what you should try to bring out of it. If you have a negative attitude, this is probably not the place to be. So, but most people here, I would say it was darn well 100%. Of the people here were in good spirits. And a lot of people were going to the Fountain Ballroom, which is a fantastic ballroom, great for wedding receptions and whatnot, a fantastic dance floor and all that. I've been down there before. I decided I'll take a different perspective, kind of take the detour, which I like to do at times, certainly. But that's a camera in some kind of a contraption. But the cockroach mobile here was smoking a lot, and pretty soon the police are going to chase it away. Actually were super cool. We'll see the caveman perform shortly. Yeah, the police did cover the whole event, let people do their thing, and yeah, it was fun. So they have a good handshake agreement or whatever with the police, but they wanted to help clear the streets, so they're going to move the cockroach mobile. They got to put it in reverse, clear the crowd, and get it out of there so traffic can move along Temple here. Don't want to hold up the traffic here.
Next year! Evan Gilby Parade and Rob Taylor, the Evan Gilby Parade production!
This is quite the contraption. And then you can see the guy, there's the steering wheel inside there. And yeah, imagine that. They had a kid in the passenger seat. Wow. Yeah, well, it was a kid-friendly event, even though it's kind of scary with the C Nain Rouge and whatnot. A lot of families brought their youngsters and kind of explained to the younger generation what was going down, and I think they got it. They weren't freaked out or frightened or scared. I think they enjoyed it. Playboy Bunny. Two of the dogs there want to have a little throwdown. Here are Detroit lampposts. This is quite clever. That took some work. Oh, I love these apartments here. Look at the styling there. No block straight lines for me. Let's go with the curve action. But yeah, they're doing their best to clear the streets. There's a donkey, I think, or dog and pony show. Oh, there's so many people that have a costume. This would be a 5-hour show if I had to show everybody's costume and so forth. You kind of can get the idea. And St. Patrick's Day, too. A lot of people will certainly dress up, and the crowd is as colorful as the parade participants. But in this, what's so nice is that you're in the parade. If you want to be, you don't have to sit there and watch everyone else. You can be in the parade. Burns, I think of what's that? Mr. Burns, The Simpsons. But he's overlooking the park there. And you'd have to ask people sometimes to explain their costume or their outfit, which probably would invoke an interesting story. Okay, the caveman. Caveman, he rocks. Yeah. He's got a ton of energy. Well, the Americana, who knows what's happening with that building. But you see the close proximity to downtown and Hotel Eddystone. They might save that building. It's up to Mr. Illich. This building, that's got a lot of structural damage, but right next door, that's the closest bar to the Masonic. The Temple Bar. Actually, they serve alcohol in the Masonic. But fun together, I guess. But this place was packed. And he didn't sell out to Illich. There was a little strong arming going on there. But he held fast, and great location, certainly. They're the American Hotel. I want to see about this studio there. It's an artist thing. They do some glass blowing in there and whatnot. It's adjoining right there to the Temple Bar. You have to catch them when they have a showing. There's some kind of a mural there. And then I love the accents up here. That's a nice green touch with the brick, and then the balcony thing. Look at the detail here with the ironwork. Yeah. A little graffiti action. This Stream in the Desert, they tear this place down or whatever. I love that sign, Stream in the Desert. That is classic. I love that. I've seen that for years, but yeah, we'll have to see. We'll kind of do the documentary thing. This certainly, this Cass Quarter neighborhood is going to change a lot with the new hockey arena and so forth. So I'll do my best to kind of document the change, but this neighborhood certainly will be affected. Look at the line there for the people. Well, some of them are smoking, but the Charlotte, this lounge is, I've never been in there. It's never been open. I don't know. Yeah. Well, since my bar going days. Oh, there's my evil twin again. They've torn down some properties. This place where I'm standing now has been leveled. There's some dogs guarding better than others, but and a lot of the parade participants are walking back to whence they live or where they parked, and I'll kind of be doing the same, taking a leisurely stroll back to where I parked, and this will actually extend into next week's show. I kind of combined a little urban planning along with the Marche du Nain Rouge, which is still continuing on at the Masonic, but I kind of split off, and such a lovely day. I'm going to showcase some of the buildings along the way. But, hey, the secret's out. You're not going to get anything cheap in this neighborhood anymore. This building, whether it could be rehabbed or not, well, here you can see through the roof, but maybe you can. That you can't, a turret, that rocks. Okay, people heading up. I think that was Cass there. I'm on Park now, but this is just, it's been distressed like this for years. Well, good day to view airplanes. I know, no cloud in the sky kind of a day, but it's certainly that signaled lower temperatures. Please don't litter. That's certainly a good thing. You don't want to see too much of that. But there were some art objects here in the back 40. And we'll look at some of the detail of these homes. Early 1900s, or, God, you know, some of these, it might be late 1800s, some of these homes. I'm on, I think, Peterborough Street here. And they got this a little fenced off and a little security, which probably ain't a bad thing to have. But not everything is falling down. And you have urban gardens where people will plant vegetables and the like. They had kind of a COTS, temporary shelter, care of temporary shelter, or whatever its acronym. They have a beautiful architectural building. I love that. Here probably was a gas station maybe at one time. The nice curvature. I like the lighting. That is sweet. But nice white. But they were serving some kind of food or donuts and hot coffee and the like. But there is some subsidized housing and the like. And this, well, we're going to make it to Woodward Avenue, Main Street, Detroit. And we're going to see M1 rail run up here, so we'll see the construction cones. The old butcher shop, but then up top, luxury lofts. I think that's they had the lower level. Yeah, we're doing the detour for sure, which is the most fun way to go. If you have a planned itinerary, it's like, really? You got to go with the flow. MSU certainly has a presence, and they're doing good in March Madness also. Good for them. And good for you. Here, Kid Rock. New album available at Myers. I'm not sure with the cigarette there what kind of message that sends, but here, new Midtown office building. We'll see if that happens. Decorative wire up top. K9 to 5. That's been a successful business. Starbucks. Imagine that. We do have them in Detroit. They dipped their toe in the water and said, hey, it's safe. Okay, U of M, not to be outdone by MSU. In fact, I think U of M might have been here first. But they have a foothold in the city. But certainly the anchor is Wayne State University, for sure. And they've done a lot for Midtown. Well, the heavy artillery. Well, it's a nice crane action there. And, well, here on a Sunday, they're not at work, but it'd be fun to catch that in action. Whole Foods Market, that's been a success. And, well, some artistic sewer pipes. How about that? Getting excited about that. And they got this all figured out, how it's going to connect and so forth. It's kind of like, a little bit like Lego. I don't know maybe if it's as advanced, but still there's some planning. Orchestra Hall. And I like the fire escape. You kind of have a pattern there. And a beautiful theater certainly inside, but, well, there's some steam escaping. Who knows if this might be a volcanic eruption or something. But and then this, I have no idea. I've seen this at construction sites, and it's something to work with the heavy artillery, but I'm not exactly sure what that is. I need to be schooled on that. All right, Fisher Music Center behind there, and they're doing some construction here. You see the steel rebar there, and the pipes and the concrete. Oh yeah, it's going down right here on Woodward Avenue. And they're going to preserve that neon hammer hitting the nail thing. That's certainly iconic in the city, to be sure. But housing's certainly a big thing, and there's a demand for it, and so people are trying to meet that demand, and rents are going up. So they talk a little bit about gentrification, maybe pricing out some of the poorer people as the younger urban professionals can afford higher rents, might want to be closer to the action. So there's some of that going on, and it's part of the way it all plays out, I guess. Capitalism and whatnot, and nothing's totally perfect. But anyways, this block, Garden Theater, boy, that's gorgeous inside there. This was nice that this was preserved. Look at the brickwork up there. Oh, there's been a lot of success stories. Granted, there's like a lot of... Oh, there's the eye in the sky again. I swear, no matter where you are, you're being watched. I'm paranoid. I really am. Well, not really, but here, off in the distance, this building is being redone. There will be some housing units in there, a nice big block, big square there. This, the Detroit Medical Center, a conglomeration of multiple hospitals, and certainly providing a lot of workers and the like for the Midtown area. And a new addition will be the Hoptown Cafe with the eyes. I don't have the best perspective here, but it's just up the way. That's opened a month or so ago. Union Station. I love these three towers, smokestacks. Now into the Majestic Bowl. And we're going to end the show shortly, but folks, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great week or weekend, whatever the case may be, and the continuation of this footage will air next week. We'll have time for some other topic also.
What the fuck is it?
Paps, popular prices.
It's a raccoon riding a bike. There's a snail on the handlebars.
Knocking them down for 100 years. Detroit's Main Street. Just as I said. Yes, Main Street, Detroit. And I love the bowling pin light there. It's sweet. Well, I'll cover the action on what's happening on next week's show with this, because I've run over the limit, but they're redoing the second level here, and it's supposed to be like techno music and so forth, but I think they're going to mix it up. But they've redone the stage, and on this particular night, even though they're not totally through with the renovation, they're going to have 7 bands perform, and it's like $10 for a wristband. So they got some heavy artillery here, a DeWalt circular saw, and that's where the pool tables were. They won't have those anymore. The sound system. And we have some of the bands that have checked in, and they've had quite the assortment of bands, certainly, that have performed here. A great venue, certainly, for local music. And a lot of times people want to get their start. Here, the bar thing is like a bowling alley lane. I didn't notice that at first, but that was quite clever. The bar itself. Molson Rocks. So it is a lounge, but a lot of old school stuff. Okay. Here, the NCAA tournament